Hello everyone, welcome to Luxyland. Today this video is an update of my previous video which I reported a glazing issue on this bag, the pochette metis. There was a slit here on the glazing, so there was an opening here. So on the 15th of May, I brought it back to LV in Singapore, in the branch in Ngee Ann City shopping mall. So the SA who attended to me is a very sweet lady and her name was Janice. I told her a problem on the glazing issue, and I also told her that the scratches on my S-lock was kind of deep for my liking. So she took in the bag, have a look and inspected the bag, and she agreed that the glazing is and not normal. So she agreed to take it in, and she told me that the repair team will contact me in 2 weeks time, whether there will be a cost and whether it can be repaired. And if I were to agree to proceed with the repair, it would take 8 weeks. So all in all, will take altogether 10 weeks for the item to be returned back after the repair. So I agree. So she took in the bag. So I called back LV within 2 weeks. Within the first week, because I'm getting impatient. So they told me that they have already inspected the bag, and they agree that since this bag is so new, the glazing issue is not normal and unacceptable. So based on that, they are going to do the reglazing on this bag free of charge for me, and they would also replace the S-lock for me since it's still a new bag. But they did bring up that if subsequently a new S-lock has to be replaced again, there will be a charge of around the range of 130 to 150 Singapore dollars just to replace this set of S-lock here. So I told them to proceed, and I also did bring up to them that I feel that the strap for this bag is a little bit long for me. They said that LV cannot add in extra holes, but they can shorten the strap for me at a cost. But because this bag is so new, and if I decide to shorten the strap, they will do it for me free of charge. But other than that, there will be a cost for replacing the S-lock and also to shorten the strap. That's all I have to share with you from the repair team. So I got them to proceed with the repair, and they did. Subsequently, they told me I'll have to wait for 8 weeks, but I did not wait until the 8 weeks. On the 3rd week, in fact, I called up to them and they said that the bag is ready. So in any case, I feel like if you need the bag urgently, you can always call up LV and escalate and expedite the process. I mean, it works well in my situation. So last Friday on the 9th of June, I got my bag back, and when I returned the bag for the repair, I did not bring the dust bag. I only brought this bag along with me to for them to bring it in for the repair. So when it came back with this flat kind of dust bag like the original one. I told them I preferred a drawstring dust bag, and they agreed and gave me this one, which is quite huge, but I think it's much more better for storage, easier. So now I got 2 new dust bag on top of the original one they gave me, which is good, generous of them. Okay, the repair come back with this card from LV in English and the back in French. Basically a thank you note, and also of course the receipt. This receipt at my personal details. Yeah, okay, here. So the repair for the pochette metis in Ngee Ann City, no cost. Good. So when I got the bag, I checked the glazing, no issue. I feel like the repair team might have just done a cover up on the original one instead of doing the whole glazing around the bag. Not sure if this will do, but I hope so. And they did replace a new S-lock for me. I don't see any scratches now because there is already a protective seal on it, and it's transparent. I intended to keep it there as long as I can until it falls off on its own. So, but there's one thing I just want to bring up. When I checked the inside of the bag on the collection day, there was a huge problem. The front pocket here, the micro suede lining, was all crumpled up at the bottom here. the middle here, in fact the whole stretch here was crumpled, and also on the top here was crumpled. So the hand can only go like halfway here. I cannot go all the way down. And I was telling this to the SA at that time, which was not Janice, it was a guy who attended to me on the collection. And even before he looked at the problem, he starts saying this statement over and over and repeating himself, saying that all LV repaired item, I cannot expect a new like original condition when I get it back. So there is bound to be differences in the bag. So it get to a point that it's so annoying because he kept on repeating. It seems to me that he's implying that I should accept the bag as it is. The condition was returned back to me as it is because it's repaired. I do not agree with that, and he keep doing this palm thing, trying to get the lining back to the original form, but he cannot do that. And yeah, I think he's trying to make me accept the bag as it is. I do not agree, so he got another colleague, which is another guy. He is more sympathetic, and he too tries to do this thing and try to pump down the lining. He cannot make it to the original form, but he's more sympathetic, and he agreed that somehow the lining doesn't feel right. And of course it's not right, it's very, very obvious to me. And the two of them went off and fetched the third person, which is a lady. I think she's more senior. She tried to do the same thing also, you know, trying to pump down the lining, and miraculously after 5 minutes she managed to calm down the lining inside. I don't know how she do it, but she managed to do that. So now the lining is quite okay and acceptable. I still feel a little bit of unevenness around here, because just take note, when you need to replace the S-lock, I think the repair team had taken out the seam from the corner here, just in order for them to reach inside the lining so as to get into the lock from inside. So there would be a lining problem if you were to do a S-lock if the repair team is not skillful enough. I feel so. And the fact that the repair team were to return a crumpled lining back to the customer after their repair is beyond me. I don't think that is very professional. Let me know what you think of it, and if you have a similar experience with LV in this way. I don't think it's acceptable with their statement of repaired item not being able to return back to its original form. I mean, the repair team didn't tell me that when I agreed to repair and go on with the repair. So anyhow, there's also another thing I would like to report, because after collection, like 2 days ago, I collected bag and I used it for the past 2 days and noticed another problem with the bag. As you can see, this lock here right now is locked already, no issue. But the problem starts when I try to open. Okay, it happens on and off, so I'm gonna try like 3 times maybe. Locked up already. I try this, and then you can see if I try to put my whole palm inside in order to open, but I cannot open the bag. Oh, okay, it opens up right now. So you can see there's actually a it's not smooth, and it happens on and off quite often. It's not opening up again. It seems to happen on the left side instead of the right. Oh, there you see, the right side always open up easier than the left side. I feel like this is quite a big problem. Let me know what do you think, whether I should go back to LV, because I don't want to appear like a fussy buyer who always return back to LV to complain about their bags. Yeah, it's not a good thing, and it's wasting my time also. And if I were to return back for repair, I might have to wait another 8 weeks. I cannot imagine that. And then, okay, I also want to take a moment to talk about the strap, which I saw another YouTuber by the channel name of Petite Girl or Pete Girl. Sorry that I have butchered your channel name. But anyhow, she brought up her case that her loop was too big. As you can see here, it's very big, even in my case. But it's not such a big problem for me because I use the shortest setting, so the strap falls all the way down here. So it doesn't matter whether the strap is down all the way down here or up here. You get what I mean? So, but for her case, she's not using the shortest setting, so her strap is dangling outside like so. So it has to go into the loop in order to hold it in place, and the loop was too big, and it keeps just slide down. So anyhow, this is just for sharing. If you are intending to buy this bag, the strap, you might have to take a look at the loop itself. So, okay. Oh, so I did mention that the strap was kind of too long for me, so I'll be using this old strap that I have, from LV too. So it has a shoulder strap here, shoulder pad here, and no adjustable. It's not adjustable, but the case here is that the strap length is perfect on my body frame, so I prefer the strap length as it is. But the two buckle here is already fully tarnished. The SA told me that in order to replace the buckle, one buckle replacement would cost about 40 or 45 US dollars. Sorry, Singapore dollars. So in order to replace the pair, two buckle, I'll have to pay about $90 for the replacement. I'm still thinking whether I should replace. Let me know if I should do that. It doesn't really bother me, but there's definitely a clash in the metal because this one looks totally silver and the original one is gold, so it clashes. So I've been thinking if I should do a comparison video of this bag together with my Chanel medium to large classic flap, because both bags are quite similar. If you are interested in such a comparison, please let me know and I'll try to do it as soon as possible. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.